verses, and that's what today is. Today is a short chapter, 1 through 13. Hear this word, you cows of Bashan, you who are on Mount Samaria, who oppress the poor, who crush the needy, who say to their husbands, bring something to drink. The Lord has sworn by his holiness, the time is surely coming upon you, when they shall take away your hooks, and even the last of you with fish hooks. Through breaches in the wall you shall leave, each one of you straight ahead. And you shall be flung into Hermon, says the Lord. Come to Bethel and transgress, to Gilgal and multiply transgressions. Bring your sacrifices every morning and your tithes every 3 days. Bring a thank offering of leavened bread and proclaim freewill offerings. Publish them. For so you love to do, O people of Israel, says the Lord God. I give you cleanliness of teeth in all your cities, and lack of bread in your palace, in your places, and you did not return to me, says the Lord. I also withheld the rain from you when there were still 3 months to harvest. I would send rain on one city, and send no rain to another city. One field would be rained upon, and the field which it did not rain withered. So 2 or 3 towns wandered to one town to drink water and were not satisfied, yet you did not return to me. I struck you with blight and mildew. I laid waste to your gardens and to your vineyards. The locust devoured your fig trees and your olive trees, yet you did not return to me, says the Lord God, says the Lord. I sent among you a pestilence after the manner of Egypt. I killed your young men with sword. I carried away your horses. I made you the stench of your camp go into your nostrils. Yet you did not return to me, says the Lord. I overthrew some of you, as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. You were like a branch snatched from the fire, yet you did not return to me. Therefore, thus I will do to you, O Israel. Therefore, thus I will do to you, O Israel, because I will do this to you. Prepare to meet your God, O Israel. For lo, the one who forms the mountains creates the winds, reveals his thoughts to mortals, makes the morning darkness, the threat, and treads on the height of the earth. The Lord, the God of hosts, is his name. So, really interesting chapter here. First, the Lord, through the prophet, critiques their continued sin. You cows of Bashan. That's cows, Bashan. Those are condemnations in the prophets of luxury, of opulence, of you cows of Bashan, you have so much. But you oppress the poor. Remember the sin they talked about last week was about oppressing the poor. One of the sins. Say to the husband, bring me something to drink. And the Lord has sworn by who he is, his holiness. They will come and they will take you away. And he says, go to Bethel and transgress. Go to Bethel and sin. Bethel is the place in the Old Testament that was where Jacob's ladder, Bethel. That became a high holy place for the northern kingdom of Israel. So go to Bethel and Gilgal and multiply your transgressions. Go and worship falsely, but bring your tithe offerings and bring your thank offerings. Proclaim these offerings you love, for you love to do so, people of Israel. So go and act religious. Go and act all religious, because I know you love to act all religious. Yeah, look at you. Look at you with your pride and your opulence. And then what's really interesting is the rest of the chapter is the Lord saying, guys, I tried. I tried. I gave you stuff. I gave you cleanliness of teeth and lack of bread. Yet you would not return from me. But I also withheld rain. You would not return to me. I struck you with blight. You would not return to me. I sent pestilence, overthrew you, yet you would not return to me. So thus I will do to you, Israel, because I will do this to you. Prepare to meet your God, O Israel. For I am the one who did these things. I form the mountains, create the winds, or reveal my thoughts to mortals. I make the morning darkness. I tread upon the heights of the earth. The Lord, the God of hosts, is his name. So God, in the first part of this passage, condemns them of their sins, what they have continued to do wrong. But the second part, he says, I tried, guys. I tried to correct you. I gave you blessings. I used, what's the old thing, the stick and carrot? I gave you the carrot. You had no lack of bread. You had all that you needed. And yet you would not return to me. So I tried the stick. I tried punishment, withheld rain, blight and mildew, pestilence, overthrowing. They would not return. This section in my Bible is entitled Israel Rejects Correction. We all need correction, don't we all? You know, all of us. You've probably heard me say this before, but we all need somebody who we trust to tell us that we're an idiot, and we have to listen to them. We need people speaking accountability into our life. We need people speaking correction to us from when we wander from truth. We need people who speak rebuke to us, who call us to be faithful, to be holy, to be set aside for God. We need those who love us enough to correct us when we're wrong. So I guess my question for you as we think through this is who are the people in your life? Who are the people in your life where you seek active correction from? The people that you trust enough to say, hey, I think I'm wrong. Right? Am I wrong here? You know, as a pastor, I have a lot of conversations with a lot of people. And there's some folk that I trust enough to say, hey, this is what I'm thinking. Where am I wrong here? What am I not seeing that I need to see? Or where have I taken these steps that were wrong? Correct me. I need correction because I want to be correct, y'all. You know, don't we want to be in right relationship with God? Don't we want to be in right relationship with each other? And if there are places or areas in my life where I am not in right relationship with God or in right relationship with my neighbor, that I want to be corrected there. And I want someone who loves me to call me out. You know, let's be honest, when somebody calls you out, it hurts, doesn't it? I've had people over me in my life, mentors, supervisors, who have told me you're wrong there. And usually, maybe it's just me, but when I'm told I'm wrong, I get defensive and I get angry. And that's happened to me many times. And it is not fun to face the sting of rebuke. But I also know in those times in my life when I have faced correction or faced rebuke or faced, you know, what we see here. When I saw the error of my ways or saw when I messed up, I know that I've grown from it. Because what does God want to happen to the people? Verse 6, verse 8, verse 9, verse 10, verse 11. The last part of each stanza is, yet you did not return to me, says the Lord. What does God want for the people? To return to him. Correction is not just meanness, but when done right, and when done with grace, is about drawing the person back to the truth and back to the faith and back to what's right. Correction is beautiful. And when I have faced correction in my life, it has been a beautiful thing when I have learned. So God's desire for Israel is correction, to walk at peace with him and with each other. And that's God's desire for all of us, is to walk in peace with him and with each other. So say in your life, who are the people who offer you correction? And how do we do when we are corrected? So good things for us to think about today in this day. So, thanks for being with us. I hope you have a great rest of your Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow. And we pick up with chapter 5. See you tomorrow.